Hi Year 2, welcome to our second Stand Up Speak Up lesson for the week, and we know we're celebrating Stand Up Speak Up Week to be activists and to use our voices for change and for good. On Monday, we listened to Mrs. Rynn read this story to us, Here We Are by Oliver Jeffers, and it was a beautiful story all about important things we should remember as citizens of planet Earth. If you did miss it, then you can go onto YouTube and type in Oliver Jeffers, Here We Are, and you could listen to a little recording of that if you wanted to. In our year group, the article that we are looking at is Article 28, the right of the child. Everyone has a right to an education. And we're also thinking about one of our global goals, and I spoke about this yesterday, but about global goal 5, that gender equality, that boys and girls are all equal. Now, our focus was this. We were looking at this page from the book, and we were looking at this quote in particular. But don't be fooled, we are all people. In Monday's lesson, we looked at this picture and we were deciding someone who we might have something in common with, and we spoke about how everyone on that picture is different, looks different, probably sounds different, but we are all still people. And I asked you to draw me a picture of your community. Draw me the people who make up your community. These are just two of the ideas that you came up with. They were amazing. And I hope that when you were thinking about drawing your community, you realised just how diverse and amazing your community is. I hope you realise that all of those people that you've mentioned don't look the same, don't sound the same, but are all still people just like you and me. I'd like you to go and listen to a story. I'm going to leave the link on the Teams page, the Lunar page, for you to go and have a look at. I'd really like you to watch this video. It's called One World Together, Everyone's Welcome in the CBeebies House, and it's a story read by somebody from CBeebies, but the message is so important. So I would like you, I can't play it through the video right now, which is really disappointing, but I'd like you to go and listen to this story. Pause me here, pause my video here, go and click on this link and go and watch this video. It's so important, and then you can come back to this video. As it says in the Oliver Jeffers story, people come in many shapes, sizes and colours. We may all look different and act different and sound different, but don't be fooled, we are all people. And I think the story that you've just listened to explains that really, really well. It doesn't matter where you go in the world, everyone is the same. Now, there are a couple of words that I want us to think about this afternoon in our lesson. The first word is the word fairness. 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 And that means that everyone is treated without any favouritism or discrimination. So that means that a person is not treated any differently because of a quality that they may have. Everyone is treated the same. The next word, one of my favourite words, inclusivity. Inclusivity is a tricky word. The word inclusive means to involve everyone. So that means that if somebody has a physical or mental disability, or somebody doesn't look the same as me, maybe their skin colour is different, that we are inclusive. They are still treated exactly the same because we involve everyone. The third word is equality. Equality. Again, that just means everyone being treated equally, imagining that there's a set of scales and everyone is at the same point. It's equal. And the final word, diversity. Diversity. That means that our community can have lots of different things in it, lots of different types of people, and we're still inclusive, we're still happy about all of those different things. It's nice to have a range of different things within a community and it not just be boring and the same. All of these 4 values are at the heart of our classroom and our school community, and everyone is welcome here. No one is ever treated differently because of the way that they look, And we have to be sure to work hard to make sure that this happens. Take a look at the images on the screen now. Not too long ago, you may remember a recent world event. A protest that happened in many countries all over the world for the Black Lives Matter campaign. We should all be treated equally, no matter what our differences are, and we should always think about how our classroom community, or our year group community, or our school family can be inclusive. That means that everyone is included no matter what. We should feel confident to challenge anyone who thinks otherwise, and we should always have in our minds that we must do what is right. This is an issue that I feel very passionate about. Therefore, that makes me an activist, a person who wants to fight for change. I share my opinion whilst listening to others, but I always do what is right. If we believe in something and we're passionate about it, our voice matters. Your voice matters. Your voice should be listened to. This is a passion of mine, and I really hope it can be a passion of yours too. Because, as the man said in the story video a few minutes ago, you are the future. We need to make sure that you guys know what is right, and that you guys know when it's right to speak out about something when we have the opportunity to do so, but also to listen when we might not understand something too. Here is your main activity for today's lesson. I want you to think about all of the things I've just said, and I want you to think about this really important question. What makes a fair and inclusive environment? How can our school environment be fair and inclusive? That means, how can everyone be treated fairly, and how can everybody be involved? Now, here are some of my ideas. No one should ever feel like they're being left out. That could be in the classroom or on the playground. Everyone should feel included. No matter what it is that we're doing, everyone should be able to do it. We should be kind to everyone. That makes our environment fair and inclusive if we're being kind to everybody. No one should ever be treated differently because of the way that they look. And we should always embrace our differences and be supportive of one another. So we should celebrate if somebody doesn't look the same as us, but we should also treat them as equals. Okay, this is your activity for this afternoon. I want you to think about your vision for an inclusive school. I want you to draw me a school on that piece of paper, and I want you to think carefully about the things that are in it or the people who are in it. And I want you to make me a school that is so inclusive, a school that means that everyone could be included. Does it have a swimming pool and a sports arena for the people who like sports? Does it have a big music room for the musical amongst us? Do we have photographs everywhere of all different types of people from all over the world? Is there a corridor that has pictures of all different types of people from all over the world on it, so that when we're walking around the school we see those beautiful faces? Is everyone in your school kind and caring? Does everyone treat each other the way that they'd want to be treated? I want you to think about some ideas for an inclusive school, a school that means everyone is involved. Okay, you can be as creative as you want. You could draw, you could write, the decision is yours. I want you to think of at least 3 ideas, at least 3 ways that the school could be an inclusive place to be. I hope you enjoy this activity, boys and girls. I've enjoyed talking to you about it, and I really hope that in your mind you're thinking about all of those important messages that I've just given to you. Have fun, and we can't wait to see what you send in to us.